Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we finished up the entire 2034-2035 regular season, and as you can see right there, it was a damn good season. And I think one of the biggest reasons we did so good is because at one point in the season, we went on a 10-game or 11-game win streak, and then to end the season, or the month of February, middle of February to March, we went 18-0. 18 wins in a row, and that's got to be one of the best modern-day NHL records. I believe most old-time wins in a row is the Islanders back in the day, or Philadelphia. I can't recall, and I really don't want to use my phone right now, so I should have done my research, but I didn't do my research, so you get over it. But let's go ahead and check out the stats, because I neglected to do that last episode because it was like 53 minutes long or something like that. Oh, my captain, Jeffrey freaking Woodworth, leads this team in points, 118. That is his 8th 100-point season in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 100-point seasons in a row. My God, this guy cannot be stopped. You cannot kill him. 32 years of age. He just keeps getting better for some reason. Almost a 50-goal campaign, but we have 3 40-goal scorers, actually, that I just noticed there. So that's awesome. We have a bunch of 20-goal scorers, but we'll get to that here in a second. Matthew Savoie, who had been leading this team in points for the majority of the season with 105, 47 goals, 58 assists. That's also a damn good season. He's been a very good Columbus Blue Jacket. I mean, right here, 100. I don't think he's been less than 90 points since he got here in a full season. I'm correct in saying that. My God, that first line is incredible. Joshua Waugh, who missed 4 games, didn't hit 100 points, but you can assume if he had played those 4 extra games, he would have hit 100. But he had a damn good season nonetheless. 97 points in 78 games is a pretty good season. Pretty good season. Have him on a pretty good contract as well. Hell yeah. Columbus Blue Jackets legends, that top line, year in, year out, they're the best thing going in the entire league. And then, kind of surprised, Pierre-Luc Dubois, 36 years of age, 96 points. This has to be one of his best seasons ever. 96, I mean, he had a 98-point season 2 seasons ago. 96 seems to be his cap. So he's hit 96 a few times. 98 is his best, but that 36 years of age, the guy's going out there and just destroying teams. I mean, I'm hoping he doesn't retire, but if this is the way he retires off of a season like this, then I guess I have to accept it, you know? Then Giroux, 40 goals, 47 assists, good for over a point per game, 87 to be exact. I mean, we did change him to the sniper, and then we changed Fallon to the playmaker because I think their stats represented that they should be those player types. And I think it will work out in the long run. 40 goals, I think that's got to be close to one of his best. He's hit 40 goals every year for the last 3 years. Huh. The more you know. I guess I really don't pay attention, do I? Fallon with kind of a disappointing season. I think the second line was thrown out of whack this year since we put Cole Sillinger on that line. And then we moved Dubois back up to the second line, and then everything kind of settled itself out. But a good season. I'm sure he'll be a playoff performer. He usually is. Cole Sillinger, who didn't match his point totals from last year, but adding that kind of player, I think, helped out in the long run. I mean, 63 wins in the regular season helps out a lot. Man, his giveaways to takeaways is actually damn good. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Maybe change him over to a two-way forward here in the future? I'm not quite sure. Because Pierre-Luc Dubois has never been anything but a power forward, and he seems to put up fantastic points. I mean, that has to do something with Giroux and Fallon, but Dubois played with plenty of other guys in his career. So, I don't know what to say. He's just a stud. Then you got Samu Mäkinen with 51 points, and you know what? It's his best season ever. He did play with Dubois for the majority of the season, but when I did take Dubois away from him, he settled down a bit. But a plus 40, 23-goal campaign, 51 points is pretty good for a 22-year-old, and we have him locked up for forever. I think we signed him to an 8-year extension, so that works out for me. He'll be like our third-line center for the next decade. And as I said before, Matt Goring is such an efficient fourth-line player. It says he's third line, but he's kind of mad at his ice time. But man, oh man, he's been so productive on that fourth line. 38 points. I don't know if it was the players he was playing with, but on the fourth line, anything over 30 points is incredible. Zach Piton with 35. I think he was our fourth line center this year. I kind of forgot. It's been a few days since I recorded, so give me a little bit of a break. Not a bad season after he started off really slowly. Then you have Walker Cowan, who kind of just disappointed me. I was really expecting more from him. His shooting category, I mean, his wrist shot accuracy is fantastic. His offensive awareness is really good too. I don't expect him to be in a defensive position. I mean, 66 games, half a point per game, not even. Kind of disappointing. We do have him signed to a good contract here for the next few years, but that's just something to keep in mind. With all the young talent we have coming up, he might be the odd man out. Caleb Dietz, he started off slow, but 20 points in 82 games as a depth forward is pretty good. I'll give it to him. And then Nick Robertson as our throw-in player. Defense, how's it looking here? Stu Cam with 51 points, 7 goals, 44 assists. I mean, for the longest time last season, he didn't have a goal, so to end up with 7 is a damn good finish to the season. I don't expect him to win the Norris this year, just because of how I've seen the league shape up defensively wise. I mean, Eric Brandstrom, Quinn Hughes look to be pretty damn good this season. Abel Carlos is really turning into that good offensive defenseman. I mean, 33 points isn't the best, but as a defenseman with 10 goals is nothing to be sad about. Plus 69. Nice. So whatever money he's being paid, he should be paid double, because 69 plus minus is nice. Mikko Jarvinen with 27 points. I mean, last year I don't think he had that. So he's a good 25 plus point player every year, and he's good for a 50 plus minus. So I mean, I think I'm repeating the same thing over and over, but it was a damn good season for the majority of these players. Jeremy Winquist, franchise mode legend, playoff stud, 4 goals, 16 assists, good for 20 points, is good. We have him signed up for one more year, or this is his last year, but hey, if you want to come back to this team, 20 points, just don't ask for $5 million and you'll be good in my books. Francis Swift with 17. I never expect him to be putting up big points. He was a plus 32, so I can't be too upset with that. Bernard Bernard Boutin, he was a plus 59, second best on this team. I think he was playing the second pairing defense with, I want to say, Abel Carlos. 16 points in your rookie season as a defensive defenseman with no offensive stats. Like, look at his passing, look at his offensive awareness. He must be good because of Abel Carlos. Maybe if Abel Carlos was playing with another offensive defenseman, they'd be better, but that second pairing looks to be damn good. Goaltending, Vyacheslav Kavanov. And spoilers to everybody watching, I did go check out the stats for the entire league before this episode, And I'm going to say Kavanagh is running away with the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. Putting that out there. He did start off with fewer wins than everybody else this year. But to end the season, he was just a beast. This is his best career season ever. I mean, maybe that's the trick. We play him less games. I mean, Hugo did play 30. Vyacheslav played 54. So if we play him less, maybe he'll be a better statistical goalie. Statistical? Is that a word? Statistical? That's a word. That's a word. Almost under a 2 goals against average, which is fantastic. Now let's go ahead and check out the entire regular season. How did everybody do? Obviously, Elias Pettersson led the league in points. 135 is good for first in the league, and it should be, because who in their right mind could score more than that? 36 years of age, which I did not see that when I checked, which is freaking crazy. So the old guys are really doing their work this year. I mean, Pettersson, Dubois, all these old guys are getting it done. I mean, you must be a damn good player, but having Vasily Podkolzin as your right winger on that first line must be dynamite. I mean, whoever their other player is, whoever their other partner is, it can be whoever the hell you want. 78 overall, it doesn't matter, because when you have these two guys, they're automatic. I'm glad they're in the Western Conference. And Woodworth was good for 5th in the league, 118 points. Guy is a beauty. Who led in goals? I have a feeling I know who it is. Vasily Podkolzin with 9 more goals than the next guy, Brennan Othman. Yeah. I mean, how much did he have last year? 70. He had exactly 72 last year. He's coming for the all-time goal record, 701. He's closing in on... I think Ovechkin broke it in this simulation. It's going to be crazy to see all these young guys in the real NHL retire and see what their stats are. I just hope they just all play healthy, long careers. Who led in assists? Who was it? Melvin Harold was playing with Brennan Othman, so that has to be a reason why he was doing so good. Nick Suzuki, who I did want to pick up this previous offseason, with 85 assists. I mean, where would he fit in? I mean, would he replace Cole Sillinger at 35 years of age? Exactly. Defense, who led the league? Eric Brandstrom. I mean, as I said before, I think it's a toss-up between these two guys. I mean, there is a 10-point differential between these two, but Quinn Hughes does have the plus-minus. But if it was an EA, it should probably go to Eric Brandstrom. Over a point per game as a defenseman is something you rarely see in the modern NHL. Rookie skaters first. Who led the league as rookie skaters? Mikhail Bobkov from the Arizona Coyotes. Good for you, Arizona, for finally doing something relevant. Gordy Crosby led the league in wins, but you might be like, oh, he played so many more games than Kavanagh. Their stats just don't compare. If Kavanagh plays those 12 extra games, how much worse could it get for him? I mean, it could get worse, but 8 shutouts, I think, led the league. Yeah, dude is an absolute beauty, and if we go to top save percentages in the league, he beats out everybody. His goals against beats out everybody by almost half a goal. Crazy stuff. He's taken home awards this year, but the only award I care about is Lord Stanley Cup. And speaking of Lord Stanley Cup, the team with the most cups ever, the Montreal Canadiens, will be facing us in the first round. And we have our history with them. If you want to go back, watch our series against them. We have so many against them. We have conference finals. We have first round series. And we have reverse sweeps all over the place. this team has history, but what are they looking like here in 2035? They're definitely older. They're definitely different the last time I saw them. So where do we start? First line. Trevor Curry is their first line center. Their right winger. William Nylander, 38 years of age. This might be one of his last seasons, but he looks like he's a damn good player. How many points did he put up this season? 69. Nice. And then Manuel Bernards. That's a good first line. I mean, 20 years of age, 88 overall. This guy's going to be their next guy. He looks to be something special. 64 points. I mean, this is what, his sophomore season? It is. Yeah, he's going to be something special. What is he? He's a sniper. Yeah, he's good. He's scary. We'll have to watch out for him here in the first round. Marek Zagrapapan. Oh, that's a name. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 34 years of age. Isn't that crazy? Because in the real NHL, he's only 19 years old. That's kind of crazy. Bennett Denny, that's a damn good second line as well. I mean, I think our second line is better, but they have a good top six. Their center depth is kind of incredible. Phil Lundmark is their third line center, 85 overall. Joe Veleno is their fourth line center, who I always wanted Montreal to acquire because I love him. I really like him. Tommy Teravainen and then Fenton. So their bottom six wingers aren't the best. The only guy I'm scared of here is Lapalainen, because I always see this guy going around. He was on New York when last time we played them. Or not the last time we played them, but the last time we played them. Last time we won the Stanley Cup. Sign of things to come, ladies and gents? I'm not sure. Marshall Dundas. So that's a good forward core. I definitely think ours is better. What is their defense looking like? Garnett, Jennings, Kurvinen, Ostrov, Elliott, and Russell. That is a very good defense. I think in some cases it rivals ours. I mean, we have a good defense, but Ustorf, I will never know how to pronounce that. German, $10 million a year. He's worth it. This is a guy I am definitely scared of. Yeah, they have a good defensive core. I think some pieces counteract ours, but it all comes down to goaltending. Jesper Wallstead. We have faced him in the past, and he has shut us down before. So I am definitely scared of their goalie. But you know what? It's been a long enough episode. Let's go ahead and start the Stanley Cup playoffs. We have home ice advantage. We win another President's Trophy. Will things change here for us? First period, 2-1 in our favor. Piton and Francis Swift score. Fenton cuts the lead in half or ties the game. Swift makes it 2-1. Second period, 3-1. Khalil Fallon gets on the board, and that's what I'm talking about. Playoff performer. We outshoot them by 10 headed into the third. Come on, boys. Hold it down. Okay, Caleb Dietz with his first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal makes it 4-1. Maybe out of reach for the Montreal Canadiens, but they're starting to move forward. A few extra shots here and there. 5 minutes remaining, it looks like. Crossing my fingers, Mäkinen with the goal makes it 5-1, and we get the Game 1 victory. A few faces that you wouldn't expect to score in the first game. Vyacheslav Kavanov with the first star, obviously. But I don't want to give too much credit to my goaltenders because that always comes back to haunt me. Second game. Let's just roll through it. Yo, Detroit's in the playoffs? Detroit is in the playoffs? Well, hold on. I just noticed that. Are they not a dumpster fire anymore? They're beating the Toronto Maple Leafs. Guys, this is a first. I didn't even notice that. Detroit made the playoffs. Good for you, Detroit. It's about frickin' time. What is this? How many years have we been doing this franchise mode and I don't think they made the playoffs once? Good for you, Detroit. Good for you. Game number 2. Here we go. Let's go in there. Let's get another win on home ice and head to Montreal. First period. 0-0. Oh, okay. Whoa. So I pressed X twice. So, good news. We are winning 4-2. That was a high-scoring second period. First period, no goals, but we are out shooting them and outscoring them by double. Curry gets on the board first with a power play goal. Then we're like, did somebody say power play? Jeffrey frickin' Woodworth and Giroux on the power play. Nylander ties up the game, and then Woodworth is like, oh, did somebody say power play? Jeffrey Woodworth scores again, and Savoie makes it a 2-goal lead. Headed into the third period. Here we go. Shut it down, boys. I believe in you. Sending out good vibes. Come on. This isn't the Islanders. We're okay. Half the period remaining. Come on, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to say words, because if I keep talking, maybe we'll win. Cowan scores, and you know what? That's a name that I wanted to hear. 5-2 victory. We take both on home ice. Jeffrey Woodworth with the first star. So a good second period leads to the win, and they can't capitalize in the third period. And we head to Montreal with a 2-0 series advantage. But Montreal is made of magic. Detroit with a 2-0 series lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, I'm cheering for Detroit. Personally, I want to see them succeed because they have been so bad for so long. Game number 3. We're away from home ice, but can we take one? First period. 2-1. They have the advantage for the first time in the series. Tarvinen and then Denny score. Fallon cuts the lead in half. We outshoot them by 1. Second period. Here we go. I meant to fast sim. But they get the goal. Bednards makes it 3-1, and I said we have to worry about him because he looks to be a damn good sniper. Third period. Here we go. Come on. Fallon makes it 3-2. Come on. Pull some magic out of your hats, Columbus. Power play. Joshua Waugh on the power play ties things up, but a power play for Montreal, and they cannot capitalize. Half the period remaining. Come on, somebody. I'm asking the gods. Come on. And we are headed to OT. You know the rules. It's not an elimination game, so we will slow sim. Come on. Somebody come up clutch. And Jeffrey freaking Woodworth, the man. You call, he answers the phone. And we have a 3-0 series advantage. Fallon with the first star, but I gotta give it to Jeffrey Woodworth. He owns all your hearts because he is the best to ever do it. And we're staying in Montreal with a 3-0 series lead. This is the time you capitalize, because we've had series against Montreal where we've had 3-0 series advantages. And they were like, oh, we're gonna try to reverse sweep you. They've swept us before. Okay, here we go. Game number 4, Jeffrey Woodworth leads the team in points, 3 goals, 3 games. I'm asking for a bit more, Jeffrey. Here we go. Game number 4. Let's end it here away from home ice so we can go back to Columbus with a little bit of rest. Party hard, boys. First period. 1-0. Walker Cowan is second of the playoffs. That is somebody that I wanted to see on the board. Prove yourself to me so I don't cut your butt off this team. Second period. 2-1. They tie the game. That's such a name. It looks like they hit their head off a keyboard and they're like, that works. Zagrapan ties the game, and then Mackinnon gets us the lead. We outshoot them by 4-27-23. Third period. Come on, walk away with the W in Montreal. No need to head back to Columbus. Come on, boys. Cole Sillinger. You know what? I had forgot you were on this team until this point. A huge goal on the power play. Abel Carlos makes it 4-1, and it looks like the Columbus Blue Jackets will beat the Montreal Canadiens in 4 straight. Jeffrey Woodworth, I'm sorry I didn't mention it earlier. And you make it 5-1. We walk through Montreal in 4 straight. Vyacheslav Kavanov with another fantastic game. A fantastic first round, and that is what I needed to see. Montreal, we've had their woes with them, but we walk right through them in 4 straight. Now, who will we be facing in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs? Do we face old rivals? Who will it be? Who will it be? It looks like other series are going long. We get a little bit of rest. Who's it gonna be? The New Jersey Devils. Detroit makes the second round, by the way. Maybe we face them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.